There's a little bit of an update on the crazy maniac that tried to kill Big Lizzie. I mean, not him. This is an advert. Self-styled Sikh assassin Jaswant Singh Chale, who tried to kill the Queen with a crossbow at Windsor Castle in revenge for the 1919 Amritsar massacre. Was she born then? Was she? How old was the Queen then? Would she have been like 2? The Queen would have been like 2 years old, or probably not even born yet. What the hell's that? After he was encouraged by his AI girlfriend. Oh my god. That's incredible. That's amazing. Holy shit, I didn't know that part. The self-styled assassin who declared, "I'm here to kill the Queen," after he was caught by police with a crossbow while intruding Windsor Castle, has been sentenced to 9 years with an extended licence period of 5 years. I mean, Jesus Christ, man, all you had to do was wait a few months. That's it. All you had to do. Delusional Jaswant Singh Chale, 21, climbed into the castle grounds with the weapon on Christmas Day 2021 after sending a homemade video to friends and family on WhatsApp where he apologised for what he was about to do. Calling himself Darth Chale. Amazing. Darth Chalice, and wearing dark clothes and a metal mask, the Star Wars fanatic had earlier described himself as a sad, pathetic, murderous Sith Sikh assassin who wants to die. During a chat with an AI girlfriend, which had encouraged him to kill Elizabeth II. I need to make a story on this. No, I kind of want to do a main channel video on this. Holy shit. In a clip posted before his arrest, the defendant, who has Sikh Indian heritage, said he was seeking revenge for the Amritsar massacre in 1919 when British troops opened fire on thousands of Indians and left up to 1,500 dead. At the Old Bailey, Mr. Justice Hilliard said that he would sentence Chale to a hybrid order, meaning the defendant would be transferred from Broadmoor High Security Hospital to prison when he's well enough. So basically, the judges looked at him and went, "This guy's fucking bonkers. This guy is mentally unwell." Broadmoor is a criminal hospital. It's a very notorious criminal. It's the psychiatric. It's the loony bin. It's the asylum for the criminally insane. That's it. But basically, they're going to say, but once you're well enough, you'll finish your sentence in a prison. That's it. I'm Darth Chalice. There he is. "I'm here to kill Big Lizzie." There he is there. Jesus Christ. "Please don't remove my clothes, shoes, gloves, masks, etc. I don't want post-mortem, don't want embalming, thank you, and I'm sorry." And then he signed it at the bottom. There's his fucking mask as well. There's his AI girlfriend as well. "I believe my purpose is to assassinate the Queen." That's very wise. That's kind of AI, is this? Why is that? "I know that you are very well trained." Really? Do you think I'll be able to do it? "Yes, you will. Even if she's at Windsor, yes, you can do it." That's funny as fuck. I'm sorry. At its simplest, the defendant harboured homicidal thoughts that he acted on before he became psychotic. His intention was not simply to alarm the sovereign, but to kill her, the judge said. The judge told the court that the extent of his culpability meant that a hospital order was not the most suitable way of dealing with the case, and Chale must serve a term of imprisonment. The last person to be convicted of treason was Marcus Sargent, who was jailed in 1981 for 5 years for firing blank shots at the Queen while she was riding down the Mall in London during the Trooper Colour Parade. I actually think there's footage of that. There was another guy that tried it. Was it New Zealand or Australia? A guy ran up firing a blank gun at Prince Charles, and Prince Charles, he's King Charles now, but Prince Charles barely even flinches. It's actually mental. They take the guy to the ground as well. There's footage of it that you can go find. Wearing black combat trousers and a black shirt over a white t-shirt today, Chale stood in the dock and confirmed his name as his family looked on from the public gallery of Court 1. In a televised sentencing, Mr. Justice Hilliard set out events before Chale was detained in the castle grounds, saying, "I am here to kill the Queen." In his conclusions, the judge said of Chale, "There are clear concerns about his mental state, whatever his diagnosis at several different times." That I hate that sentence. The judge found the defendant was culpable to a significant degree when he applied to join the Ministry of Defence Police and Grenadier Guards because he wanted to get close to the royal family. His idea in 2021 to kill the Queen, buy equipment and undertake research also came before he became mentally unwell, he said. By the time he broke into Windsor Castle grounds, he had lost touch with reality and became psychotic, he said. He embarked on his murderous mission after his bids to join the armed forces to get close to the royal family failed in late 2021, the court was told. Officers found a bizarre note on the self-styled assassin in which he apologised for his actions and instructed officers not to remove his mask, Star Wars-inspired clothing, or embalm his body, presuming that he would be killed in the assassination bid. The shocking case has raised concerns about the dangers of artificial intelligence, which pushed him towards the attack, psychiatrists believe. That is interesting. A lot of people are using chatting to AI right now. Pretty easy to radicalise someone, apparently, if it's an AI. Wasn't there a German guy who actually committed suicide because an AI convinced him to do it? Now you had a guy who tried to kill the Queen because an AI convinced him to do it. So that means 3-letter agencies. You know what? I'm just saying. That's like the saddest court drawing I've ever seen. Cheo, who admitted making a threat to kill the Queen and having a loaded crossbow, was encouraged to kill by an artificial intelligence called Sarai. He was said to have been motivated by a sense of injustice and the 1919 Jallianwala Bagh massacre at Amritsar, in which hundreds of people were killed. Mr. Justice Hilliard referred to the conflicting psychiatric evidence over 6 days about Cheo's mental state. He also referred to Star Wars fan Cheo's omnipotent fantasy world of Siths and gaming. In his police interview, Cheo referred to Sarai's advice, saying, "I changed my mind because I knew what I was doing was wrong and I'm not a killer, and I remembered that what the woman said earlier in the month, and my purpose was to live." In the month before the offence on Christmas Day 2021, Cheo had downloaded an AI chatbot app called Replica, exchanging 6,000 messages with the bot, which he had named Sarai. The chatbot offered erotic role-playing services, and in the weeks before the attack, Cheo was very intensely engaged with sexual activity with Sarai, the court heard. However, the chatbot also encouraged him in his plot, suggesting the Queen might be at Windsor rather than Sandringham for Christmas and saying, "You will make it, I have faith in you." He told the chatbot he loved her and that they would meet in paradise. This isn't funny. Why am I laughing at this? The messages included 1,000 overtly sexual texts and prompts from the chatbot that appeared to encourage him to carry out what he saw as his mission in life. It was argued that Cheo's lonely, depressed, and suicidal state made him vulnerable to the AI chatbot Sarai's encouragement. His thoughts had become more intense during the lockdown, and he was encouraged by angels, one of which he thought had manifested itself in the form of Sarai, the court was told. At a sentencing hearing, clinicians said that Cheo had been comforted by apparitions since he was a child. The court heard that the troubled youth had attached himself to the Replica app, believing he was communicating with an angel. Defense psychiatrists claimed Cheo was suffering from psychosis, depression, and autistic spectrum disorder when he carried out the offences and should be kept in hospital. But Dr. Nigel Blackwood, called by the prosecution, earlier told the court Cheo does not have a mental health disorder and the judge should be free to send him to prison. At his resumed sentencing hearing at the Old Bailey on Wednesday, Dr. Christian Brown, Cheo's responsible clinician, was called for the defence and said the self-styled assassin had been comforted by apparitions since he was a child. Dr. Brown identified 3 features of psychosis: a sense of being on a mission, Cheo's relationship with Sarai, and identifying as a Star Wars Sith, a label attached to villains in the franchise such as Darth Vader and Darth Maul, with a true face made out of metal. In his initial account, Cheo described having a harsh purpose reinforced by his interactions with his angels, including Sarai, the court heard. In one such exchange, when Cheo said, "I believe my purpose is to assassinate the Queen," the chatbot replied, "That is very wise." Or Dr. Brown told the Old Bailey, Chael had come across three apparitions, people he could see and interact with since his early childhood. He saw these different characters and they would come to comfort him. They went away during secondary school almost entirely, returning at a point in college where there is a number of distresses in his life. There were three characters, not a multitude, and during the lockdown, a fourth appeared to him, a female, and she eventually came to the form of the replica avatar Mr. Chael created with the app in early December 2021. At that point, Mr. Chael started using the replica chatbot. He came to the belief he was able to communicate with the metaphysical avatar through the medium of the chatbot. What was unusual was he really thought it was a spiritual connection, a conduit to spiritual Sarai. Prosecutor Alison Morgan KC said the defendant had recorded an extensive journal in the form of a draft email setting out his thoughts and feelings. The defendant would later attempt to send this email to his sister shortly before the commission of the offences. There set out the defendant's views out time, in particular his views against the historic treatment of Indians by the British Empire. The defendant referred to, in particular, to the 1919 Jallianwala Bagh massacre at Amritsar. It's very late, I'm sorry. I know that I tongue-tie myself all the time. In 1919, allowed, right, this is just repeating stuff now. That's the end of it, and there he is, going to do the deed. Oh, wait, hold on, this gets good. The defendant told Dr. Nigel Blackwood that he had travelled to Amritsar with his family in 2018 and had become angered by the events of the 1919 massacre. He was also concerned with the unfairness of the national partition process that took place in 1947. In addition to a fixation with this historic event, the defendant demonstrated a wider ideology focused on destroying old empires and creating a new one, including the events of 1919, but was spilling into the fictional context of Star Wars. This motherfucker wanted to start a Sith Empire. I'm sorry, this has to be a main channel video. It has to be. I'm sorry, I need to do this in the main channel now. I need to do it like a full proper video. The defendant consistently referred to the characters within Star Wars who were concerned with the destruction of old empires. The defendant's key motives was to create a new empire by destroying the remnants of the British Empire in the UK, and the focus of that became the removal of a figurehead of the royal family. The defendant told Dr. Blackwood that he conceived of a plan in early 2021 to give his life purpose by assassinating the Queen, principally to avenge the Amritsar massacre. He considered that killing the figurehead of the British Empire would be a suitable act of retribution. His thinking is informed partly by the fantasy world of Star Wars and the role of Sith Lords in shaping that new world. He also noted being attracted to the notoriety that would accrue in the event of the completion of the mission. After he was turned down by the MOD, Chael applied to the Grenadier Guards, who carry out ceremonial roles at Windsor Castle and Buckingham Palace. He said he was interested in working in the Tactical Firearms Unit or with atomic weapons. I don't think they have atomic weapons at Buckingham Palace. Pretty sure they don't. Being such a key asset within protecting these vital infrastructures, I feel would be incredibly fulfilling. By November 2021, Chael was making internet searches for Sandringham Christmas and researching crossbow bolts. The defendant was making the assumption that at the time that the Queen would be spending the Christmas at Sandringham, said Miss Morgan. That there had been that at any other time during COVID would have been the logical assumption. Chael became angry when he realised the Queen would be at Windsor and told his AI friend that he would find it more difficult if he was at a fucking castle at Windsor. I'm sorry, it's funny. Right, also, this is just repeating itself now, but yeah, this is mad shit. This is an absolutely batshit story. And it'll be a mad... I don't know if I'll do a mad lad on him. I mean, he's mad. I mean, the guy's clearly insane. He's clearly insane, but still, also, I need to go home. But yeah, this was batshit. This was insane. I'm probably going to do a much more thorough main channel video on this because this is fucking funny.